everybody. Today we're going to be focusing on a warm-up. So all of our previous warm-ups on our sessions have been quite short because we've been trying to condense everything into 15 minutes. So today we're going to do a little bit of a longer warm-up, so you can add this to the other sessions or any future ones that you may do if you feel you need a little bit of a longer warm-up. Anyone who struggles with balance, please do it next to a wall or have a sturdy chair near you to give you a little bit of support. So we'll start with our feet hip width apart, rocking forwards onto your toes, back onto your heels. So we're just shifting the weight around our feet, and so we can balance nice and evenly, big toe, little toe, heel of the foot. Soften through your knees and pelvis into neutral. So we're watching that we're not over tilting one way or another. We're thinking about the pubic bone and the tailbone lengthening down towards the floor. Keeping your waist nice and long, shoulders coming up to the ears, circle round, and the middle fingers reaching down the seams of your trousers towards the floor. So it really slides your shoulder blades down and opens up through your chest. Your neck stays nice and long with the crown of your head lengthening to the ceiling. This creates a space between your shoulders and your ears. So focusing for a moment on your breath. Lateral breathing or thoracic breathing. So if you bring your fingertips onto your rib cage, fingertips touching, wide breath in. And see the fingertips separate slightly and breathe out. And they close down. Breath in. And breath out. So it's not a big gap, but we're really focusing on the breath here in the thoracic part of your ribs. Your connection of your lower abdominals, 30%. So it's a really light connection. If you want the feedback, remember, find your hip bones, bring your fingers in a couple of inches. You have to dig them in quite hard. And then we're going to draw up through your pelvic floor or pull your tummy back towards your spine. Works differently for different people, whichever way they think of it. I don't mind if you do it on an in-breath or an out-breath. I know some people are quite particular about this, but personally, whatever works for you. So you can either take a breath in and draw up through your pelvic floor, pull your tummy back towards your spine, or a breath out and pull it back. The way to get this stronger is just to focus on holding it for one breath at a time. So you keep it on and you continue to breathe nice and wide, and then you can release it. And then you try it for 2 breaths and then 3 breaths and so on, until you feel quite comfortable and suddenly you're doing your workout and you think, wow, I've held that on through the whole exercise. Okay, but it does take practice. This muscle is like any other muscle. It needs to be worked, it needs to be strengthened. It's not going to happen overnight. Okay, so practice whenever you want. When you're boiling the kettle, just connect it on, try and hold it for a few breaths. When you're sitting watching your favourite TV programme, give it a little bit of practice. You will be surprised how much stronger this gets if you practice. Okay, so we've got our nice neutral position, we've got our alignment, we've got our lateral breathing, and we've got our lower abdominal connection. So those are the key things we need before we start any workout. One thing before we do anything that feels uncomfortable, gives you any pain or you're not sure about, just stop, please don't continue. Pilates isn't meant to give you uncomfortable pain or aches. You may feel the muscles working and that's a good thing, but it shouldn't feel painful to you. Okay? Right, so neutral position. Let's start. Let's take a nice wide breath in and bring the fingertips up. Notice how the shoulder blades drop down and breath out. Breath in and breath out. So we're just warming up through the arms and just telling the shoulders that they need to drop down as the arms come up. think about your breathing and think about your lower abdominal connection. Alright, when we come up on the next one, I'd like you to hold it up, shoulders dropping down. Now lifting out from your waist and reach over to the side. Back into centre. Lift from the waist and over. Now, the muscle that is doing the work here are your waist muscles. Okay, so you're really focusing. If you carry on doing small movements, we don't want the arms doing the movement or the head. This is these muscles here, your obliques. They're lifting and pulling you to one side, to the centre, and across to the other side. So really focus on the correct muscles working in Pilates. Very easy just to let your arms swing and your head move. You really want to work from your waist all the time. Okay, when you come back up to centre on the next one, we're going to press our hands forwards. So again, dropping the shoulder blades down. I want you to really lengthen out through your arms as if you're pushing away something heavy. And then still keeping that reach, press out to the side, really pressing away. Open through your chest and back into centre. Breath in, breath out and press. Breath into centre and breath out, press. Here we're going to go for 3 more. Now with the breathing, I'm encouraging a breath movement, but it doesn't matter if that doesn't work for you, as long as you breathe. You will notice some imbalances in your body. One side may feel easier, one shoulder, one arm may be dropping more than the other. Okay, last one. And coming back into centre. Good, relax them down. Give them a shake out. We're going to bring our legs into a slightly wider stance now with a turn out. So your toes are turning out very slightly. Relax your arms down, come up to the top. And as you breathe out, we're going to sweep down and up. Sweep down and back up. Good. So keep that nice loose movement. Just releasing out through the arms, warming up through the legs a little bit. Should be very relaxed. Allow the arms to swing. The only thing you need to keep stable is your lower abdominals and your spine. And then bringing the arms down, hold. Hands onto your hips if you feel comfortable. One heel, down, other heel, down, press up. Coming down, one heel, other heel, press up. Keep going, we're going to do 4 more. Those of you who want to do a smaller range, that's fine. Just come down as far as you can. Heel, down, push up. If you don't want to do the heels, that's fine. Just come down and back up. Down and back up. Okay, and when you've done the last one of those 4, bring yourself back into your neutral position. Okay, we're going to go on to a little bit of balance. So those of you that struggle, please have a wall next to you or a chair. So from your neutral, we're going to lift through one heel and swap. Now if you've watched any of these videos before, you notice I always like the feedback from my hips, watching that we're not wiggling. So just warming up through the ankles and the knees. Place your hands down, and then we're going to add in opposite arm, opposite leg. and keep it a nice fluid movement. And then if you want to, adding in the knee coming up and down, opposite side and back down. Minimal shift through the body if you can, please. Focus on your balance. Anyone who struggles, hold on to the wall, and then you can just do the one side and back down, and then swap and do your other side and back down. Okay, let's finish up with those. Relax down, back into your neutral position, fingertips underneath your chin, nice and long through the waist. Hip bones pressing forwards, and again rotate from the waist across to one side, back into centre, to your opposite side and centre, working from the waist. Small movement. And we'll do one more on each side. And back into centre. Good, relax your arms down, give them a roll out. Okay, back into your balance. So we're going to do some ankle circles and some knee circles. So finding the weight through one side, lift through the opposite leg. 3 circles one direction, and 3 back the opposite direction. Onto your knee circles. Small circles, 3 one way, and 3 the opposite way. As with before, anyone who struggles with balance, please hold on to the wall. So onto your other leg when you're ready, so you can stabilise yourself with the wall. Ankle circles, 3 one way, 3 back the opposite way, and the same with the knee circles. Try and keep the body nice and still. It's just the thigh bone moving within the hip socket, just warming it up. And then placing it back down. Good, we're going to add in our roll downs now, and then we'll be ready to do our workouts. So feet hip width apart. Nod your chin down towards your chest, and a nice slow roll down. So those of you who know me, I've said it before, I have metal in my back. So please do not copy my example, because my back will never ever bend. Just try and get as much mobility in your back as you can. Allow your hands to reach towards the floor, scooping up through your waist, head nice and heavy. Just let your arms swing at the bottom, and then restacking. So tucking your tailbone under, lengthen through the base of your spine, restack the vertebra one at a time, drawing your shoulders down and back up to neutral. Okay, and again, nice and slow, lengthen back of your neck. Allow the weight of your head to really lengthen out through your spine. Your head compresses your spine all day, so this is its chance to stretch out, relieve all the pressure on it. And slowly back up. Good, we're going to do one last one, and then down onto your mat. So this time when you roll down to the bottom, just stay there, swing your arms, release through your spine, and then walking your hands forwards, bring your knees down, and come into seated on your mat. Okay, so hopefully that has given you a reasonable warm-up to do for your next Pilates session. You may remember other things that we've done. I will go over as many as I can in the next few videos to try and keep you moving. Okay, thank you very much for watching. Keep your eyes peeled for the next one. Thank you, bye bye.